Hi friends, today we are working on derivational sort number 40. This sort looks at the Latin roots gen, which means birth or beginning, mort, which means death, and bio, which means life. Let's get started by looking at each of our anchor words. Since gen means birth or beginning, it makes sense that generate means to produce or create something. If you create something, it's the beginning of that something. Since mort means die, it makes sense that mortal is something that is able to die or something that is deadly. Bio, referring to life, we look at biology, which is the study and science of life and living things. Go ahead and sort your words, and we can talk about what each word means once you've figured out the root word in each word. How did you do? Let's go ahead and look at the root word that means birth or beginning. You'll remember that that root word is gen. When we look at the word genesis, we can figure out that Genesis is the beginning of something. If you read the Bible or the Torah, Genesis is the first book that you find in those religious texts. Something that is generic doesn't typically have a brand name. These items typically start from the building blocks or the beginning of the ingredient list. There aren't a lot of fillers in generic drugs. A progenitor is a direct ancestor. A direct ancestor is someone who your family began with. Genetic means that you're related by DNA. Again, someone who is related by DNA can trace their ancestors back to the beginning of their lives. A gene is the part of a cell that decides physical features. These are often referred to as the building blocks or the beginning of life. Generation are people born during the same time period. Moving on to our next column, you'll remember that the root word mort means die or death. If someone is mortal, they will eventually die. Immortal refers to not dying, since the prefix im means not. A mortician is someone who readies bodies for funerals and burials. If someone is mortified, it means that they feel humiliated, degraded, or shamed. Sometimes people can be over dramatic and say, I am so mortified I could die. Our last word in this column, mortgage, actually comes with an interesting history lesson. Mort, you'll remember, means dead or death. Gage in French actually means pledge. So mortgage means a dead pledge. If you are to take out a mortgage on a house, you pledge to pay that money back to the bank. Our last Latin root is bio, meaning life. Since biology is the study of life, when we add micro, the prefix, we add small. So microbiology is the study of small life. An antibiotic is something that your doctor prescribes to you to help your body fight germs. Anti means against, so something that is an antibiotic is against the life of the germs. If something is degradable, it can be broken down. If it is biodegradable, it can be broken down by living things. Much of the trash that we produce is hopefully biodegradable so that it does not spend a lot of time in our landfills. A biography is the written history of the life of a person, while amphibious means that it's something that is capable of living in water and on land. A biome is a habitat with a specific climate and plant life, while biotic is anything that regards living matter. Our last word in this column is autobiography. An autobiography is the true life story written by and about the author. As you sort your words this week, remember what each Latin root means and how it fits in with the meaning of the word.